cracking then, guys. Give me a second there. Turn this off. No, there's enough. It's great. Let's do it. Right then. Just a couple of minutes, and we get cracking then. Right, guys, welcome to the episode 7 of Dainks Daily Trade. This one's about bullish crypto setups and whatnot. So as you can see, so if you guys aren't aware, we pumped really well. Did the stream yesterday, and yeah, so let's go. I think this is the beginning. I mean, it's still range bound environment as well. In regards to crypto, it could go either way really. But I'm still holding the bullish scenarios. For those who didn't stream up who didn't check out the stream yesterday, check it out yesterday. Dainks Corner episode 2. That one I talked about dollar index and something called CRB index as well. That one's a really good one. Helps sharpen your trade up as well. So let's get it going. Yeah. So good morning, guys. Rafi, Rolf, Brown Hog, Atom, Sarah, Isak, how's it going, brother? Is it the same Isak that I know? Because if it is, you should be in school. I don't know what you're doing here. I'm gonna tell your dad. But yeah, morning everybody. Maybe it's the wrong Isak, so if it is my mistake, that is completely my mistake. But I do know an Isak though. So yeah, so it is Monday, and crypto. Nah, it's not the same one. My mistake. Sorry about that. But should you be in school? Or working? James, what's good, man? Oh my God, 16 people here. Well done. Thank you so much for actually, for joining the stream. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Pass this to your family as well. It's gonna be good. The aim really is to actually sharpen your skills. Use my trading skills itself, how I actually trade, for your own benefit as well. And there's a lot to learn. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff coming up. I think the way the way this channel is actually getting traction, like stupidly, it's gonna be faster than I actually expected. So my next step is in the future is gonna hit it's gonna do an educational content. So in the educational content, it'll be one of those ones, not a live stream. It's really one of those streams where a pre-recorded video where I'm gonna be talking about certain things. So we'll talk about like risk management. We'll talk about like ranges, how to pick up a range. We'll also talk about SRs. There's a lot of stuff, right? So I am in the works of planning from last night. I was supposed to go to bed, man. I ended up watching the NBA final game 2 yesterday. It was freaking sick with the Boston Celtics and the Warriors. So yeah, I'm a little bit smashed. I was supposed to do this at 9 o'clock, but never mind, we're here now. So let's get cracking. This is the all important thing that everyone's all waiting for. So let's do this, right? So Bitcoin, what's happened, right? So I talked about Monday's range last week, and so we can't do Monday's range until this Monday's close, right? And because I'm flying off to Mexico tonight, well, not tonight, tomorrow 9 AM in the UK time, I'll be gone for like 10 hours. So what I'll be doing, for those who are interested, I'll be looking to do a stream around the daily close, which will be about 1 o'clock in the UK time, 1 o'clock BST, and that will mark out the Monday's low, looking for a trade scenario really early during Asia, going onwards to the rest of the day itself. So if you don't get to watch it, no problem. Catch the stream after. Use it as your learning curves. Any setups that you get and you're happy with the setups and you want to go into it, take the trade. Nothing's financial advice. The whole thing. Blah blah blah. Let's get cracking. Now, and by the way, Bob, Atom. Oh yeah, I already said Atom. Stano, morning. What's good? So where are we now? Okay, Bitcoin has moved strongly for the daily. It's just been the beginning of the day. I mean, we've done what, 9 hours of the day of the UK time. I like to use the UTC time. Well, UK time actually, UTC +1. Reason being is like it's the middle of the world really, because if you look at Asia starts about like 1 o'clock in the morning UK time, 2 o'clock in the morning kind of thing. No, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then like you got the UK, which is way in the middle, and then you got the American and New York, which is way after. They're 5 hours behind, and they start about 1, 2 o'clock in the UK time itself. So the UK time itself for me gives me a bang on the middle. And I can actually trade like either during the Asian time or during the take this off for a second, and during the Asian time or during the London time. And for those who aren't aware, that's another thing I'll talk about: London Open, Asia Open, and New York Open. But We'll get through that in the future. Never mind. Anyway, so Bitcoin. So let's talk about what's happened so far. Okay, from the start of the month. Start of the month, right? You know, we opened, closed, shanked down, back into this range, and this range itself has been quite pivotal, right? Because if you look here from this low to the high, see that mid range, support, support, support. You know, we get back above it, support again, then bang, we're smashed above that range high. So ideally, so if those who's been paying attention to range bound environments, I always say from high to mid, mid to low, low to mid, mid to high. Okay, that's pretty simple there, right? Now, what happens when we get a breakout like this? This is a range bound environment. We can say that's a deviation. That's, you know, support there. What's going to happen? Now what we're looking for is something like, let's get on the hourly. Let's get the hourly, right? As you can see, it's all there. Magnet in price, really, right? It's like, I use the word magnet in price. Let me put this on. Get my logo up there. There we go. Boom. Now we've got a freaking buy going on. But yeah, magnet in price is always about like, where is the, when I say magnet in price, that basically means where is the price attracted to, okay? What are the key levels? So when you, same like range band environments, when I say low to mid, mid to high, so we're at the mid range and we're holding the mid range, the magnet in price tends to be the range high. Obviously there's consolidation at the range high, so you take your profits at, you know, for example, let's have a look here. So you got this supply and demand, correct me if I'm wrong, brown hole, this is demand, right? And that's supply, okay? So the consolidation is around this area. That's where the consolidation tends to happen, which send the market back lower. So you start taking profits around the beginning of the supply, okay? Yeah, the supply, that's right. And then final targets is there. That's your magnet in price. Now looking at the macro, right, in terms of a higher time frame in regards to different opens like the monthly, the weekly and whatnot, monthly open is here, okay? What does that mean? That means the magnet in price tends to be around here. We're gonna tend to tag it and then see what happens. But either we hold, you know, get below it but find resistance, break down and sends it back lower, or we get above and hold above it and send it higher. Then the next magnet in price, and we're looking for the next magnet in price, which was the range bound environment I talked about yesterday on the weekly, which is at 34k. 34k is on this chart here. So like this. For those who don't know what it is, it's literally this range band environment. This weekly candle here is the magnet in price. Some of you who are on Twitter can see that, you know, some people called it 34k before, a couple of days ago, a week ago or so, and that's the magnet. That'll be the next magnet in price, but monthly open is the key first, level to level. Don't start looking for 34k, then start looking for 41k, then yearly open. No. Just relax, right? There's no need to rush, because if you're rushing, right, what you're going to end up doing is you're missing out trades within here. I mean, if you're a swing trader is different, but just play it level to level, right? That's all it is. It's nothing, it's not so difficult, because end of the day, right, let's just say price decides to go on to, if you're waiting for 34k, right, and that's your final, you know, that's your, I say that's your first TP, your first take profit. But what happens if we reject off the monthly open? Yeah, I'll show you. 1 hour, blah, blah, blah. What happens if we don't even do this, but we do that? You're still waiting for 34k. You're missing out all these trades here. Look how much trades there is here. Last week was a freaking killer of a week. We smashed the crap out of it. I think what, after 5 days, we got like 4 days or so. So there was one day that I took, you know, the last stream I did, the day trade on a Friday. I think I cut it a bit early. No, it wasn't Friday. Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, Saturday. I cut the trade a bit early, but I think it would have hit. Anyway, fuck it. Never mind. Sometimes you miss some, you lose some. Now let's look for the next trades, right? So obviously, I myself have missed all this, right? This move here, I missed it. What do? Right now, I need to start looking for a possible scenario of where I can look for price to come to, where I can either long and short, either way. So we've got an important factor over here, right? What is that? It's this area here, okay? This area here, let's highlight that, is quite important. Why? Because that's consolidation that sent the market back low. So what tends to happen, right, is something like this. You get a reaction over here, and it could break down. And if it breaks down, for example, we can play it back to range high. That's it, level to level. Whether it gets below it and goes any lower, we'll work it as the time comes, but this is what we're looking over here. So let me just sharpen this up so we can actually find a possible play, so we can actually make some money after this. So now we need to look for a range bound environment. So where is price capping? So if I go on the 4 hours, I think 4 hours will give me a bit of yeah, I think it's this candle here. So you see how I've got this candle there? What's the low it comes down to? A. The low comes in at 31425.07. Alright. Now I'm just going to change this color so we know what's going on, because it's 4 hours. I like to use red. Alright. So it's 4 hour range. Oh, let's extend this. Fucked it up there, didn't I? Alright, so range high is there. That's fine. 31425.07. Francisco, my boy, well, our boy for George Ferocious Cambosis Jr. lost, man. I'm really gutted by that. I really thought he was gonna beat David Haney on Sunday, but I was gutted, man. I had a lot of hope for that guy. I mean, I'm not a gambling man, but it is what it is, though. But anyway, it was a good fight. David Haney actually, out-jabbed him on so many levels. I mean, the skill set was different. It was interesting to see because Stars makes matches. For those who don't like boxing, I'm really sorry about that. But Stars makes matches. Cambosis is a brawler, and Haney is more of a defensive player. So, he likes to play on the outside and use his jab, and he just utilizes that jab so well. But hopefully Cambosis come back, man, and bounce back, and then we'll see how it goes. But morning's off. Really like to see you guys here, man. Imran, wa alaikum salam, man. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, man, 26 people, man. Smash the likes, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, let's talk about ranges. So I went on the 4 hours. It's different. Some people can use different ranges. Some people might use this high to this low, whatever. It's different to every people. I like to look at what concentration of prices are. So if you look here, let's just talk about this for just a brief moment. You can see support. Oops. You can see this. I've gone the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is even better. Cool, there we go. So range bound environment on the consolidation will send the market lower. That's deviation. That's a deviation. Another deviation. Support, resistance, shank down. Okay. So to me, this is quite key. 31.6k, 63k is going to be a pivotal level. Two reasons why is because that's the last high that sends the market down low. So I've got this price marked out, and I'm ready for a potential trade. Now, we can scalp trade this. We're gonna miss this. We might miss this, but we can scalp trade this. But we're gonna talk about shorting scenarios potentially, right? So we already know we've got the monthly open. Now we need to look at a few things now. So this, right, is a breakout. Okay, you can see here, this clean smash a breakout. We like to see a retest, right? A retest would be good for us to long back up to here to minimum, to mid range, and then the monthly open potentially this high over here. Okay, so we can play these guys. So we can look for like 2-3 steps out of here. That's what it is. Simple as that. We missed all this. No point getting sad about it. We look forward for what's the next one. So we've got a range bound environment. I'm just gonna run you down and run it through. Sorry, I'm a little bit ill since I came to the UK, man. Freaking cold weather. So we're gonna look at for the range bound environment and see what we can use for this consolidation for a trade back down for a retest. Because if we're bullish, right? Like I was talking about the dollar that's going down, it's at 0.3% for the day, and minus 0.3% for the day, all good. But if we're bullish on crypto, right, on Bitcoin, I'm looking for a retest, and then hold above it, and off we go, right? But I can still play from a day trade or a scalping play back down. Why can't I play both sides? That's the key of the market. The market isn't always about up only or down only or bears and bulls and whatever you want to go, hawks and doves and like leopards and cheetahs and shit like that. It's about just making the money wherever you can make it. End of the day, you gotta make the grind what you can see. So for me, my grind is this. I'm looking for the retest, right? If we get the retest, hold above it, we can play the market up higher, all good. But how do I play the play back down? Okay. Now let's have a look. So we've got the 1 hour. Price is actually now let's focus on just this area here. Okay, so we're just gonna focus on this range and range high. That's what we're gonna do, right? And then we're gonna start looking for, you know, targets going lower and how we can actually play this, when we can cut the trade money. So we'll step back into the range, right? We're gonna see how this works. Let's go on 15 minutes square. Yeah. I mean, look, you can see this to this. We got that, okay? We got that as well. You can see is that we're back into this range over here. Let's split. Yeah, let's do that in a second. Back to this range here. There we go, yeah. Wait for the 15 minutes to close. I'll start closing to this range. Let it do its thing. If it wants to go higher, I'm expecting the mid-range to hold. Because again, range bound environment is if it's closed, if it holds the range low, target will be where? Mid-range, right? And then from mid-range, range high. Okay, that's what we're looking for, right? Now, I'm saying that we're looking for a retest. I'm expecting a retest over here, right? Why? Because we can't go all the way up completely. That's a crazy ass Monday's range anyway to play with. It happened before. I'm not saying it can't happen, but we're looking for this, right? So let it do its thing. If it, let it do its thing, get up, right? As long as it breaks, as soon as it breaks down the mid range, find resistance off the last hour lead, or you can use this here, this high over there. As long as it breaks down off this high, the low of the last high candle on the hourly, which sends the market back down. But you find your trigger, break your market structures out there, play it down, back into range low. Now, if you want confirmation, or it doesn't do this trip plan over here, then we can do this then. Let it do its thing. If it wants to play around over here, the moment it gets down below this mid range, breaking market structure on the downside over here, let it do its thing, trigger over here, play it down to range low, the range higher of the range, and that will be the retest. Okay, now the question is this a retest or a deviation? We don't know 100% just yet, because it could be a deviation, right? We can't just say, yeah, we're going all the way up right now, but it could be a deviation. We need to watch how the monitor price, right? Now, price is interesting here. So we've got the supply and demand. That's the supply area. Now we've got a few things here. This was a previous consolidation which price came about. So, and then we've got this over here, okay, which is essentially the low of the range bound environment, but we can start looking for other things as well, because now we've got this thin ass move over here. So see this thin ass move right all the way there, and if you look on the 15 minutes, right, you see this little, we've got a minor gap right over here, if you guys can see. We've got a gap there, so we tend to fill these gaps up, and we tend to fill up all these voids. It doesn't have to happen now, not voids, gaps. We can fill it doesn't have to happen now. It can actually fill this after, on a later date in the future, but we start playing it on lower time frames, see how it works. Now that'll be target 1, okay? We're talking about that's target 1, whatever the deviation is on up at the mid range, that will be your stop loss, working it down here, okay? Now we start looking at what happens over here. Now, if price comes back and holds above it, shows bullish market structure, cut the trade, because you cut the trade over here, because price is willing to go back up there. That's another trade to go back from this, from the low, from the high over here, all the way back to range low on the previous consolidation, right? That's what we're looking for, okay? When it does, if that happens, let's do it now. If that happens, we look for this setup. We look for mid-range again, on the mid-range, monthly open, take out these highs over here. That's what we're looking for. Again, any sort of breakdown in market structure, cut the trade, okay? Now, price can do this. Now, let's just say price doesn't do that and decides to dip in further, happy days, right? Now, I've been looking for a few things now, okay? So I can do a range bound environment again. I love my Fibonacci's. You can see. You see this? You can't make this up. See this mid-range? See how it gets above it? Resistance over here gets above it as the deviation comes back down to range low, wicks down, support, goes back to mid-range. It's a range bound environment. Morning NJ, thank you so much for coming, man. Good to see you guys here. See you here. Just a shout out as well for NJ. NJ's got a stream coming out, I believe around 12ish or so. He will post it on Twitter. Check it out. Yeah, in terms of fundamentals, he's one of the sickest guys there is as well. So check him out, give him a follow, like his channel, give us some support to both of us as well. And trust me, you're not gonna actually be disappointed. So, so this mid range is quite vital here. Now we know this mid range is quite vital there. We're looking for plans over here now, innit, right? So let's delete all this because we know when to cut it. X, Y, and Z. You know how it is. Delete this crap and shit. So let it do a thing. We got all this void over here to fill. Can we go down deeper? How deep is the pullback before we rocket up higher, right? Because look, if price gets down, or it goes back here, breaks down market structure again further. We know this is because you're already in the trade. You're already taking your first your target. You're just watching how price reacts. Because if it holds above it and breaks it up, we're cutting it. If it gets down and breaks below, we're still in the trade. We start taking profits slowly, right? Start taking profits all the way down, and don't forget to break. When you hit your first target, bring your stops to break even in case you get a whipsaw effect that takes out the stops. Now, as long as it breaks down and gets back into this range, and then so we're in two ranges. We're in this macro range here, so we're going to focus on from. Let's get the arrow from this low. There we go, and then we do another one. There we go. So we're in two sets of range. We've got the bigger range, which is from 30.75k to 29.7. Okay, that's what we're going to be focusing. We're going to focus it level to level. Remember, mid, high, low, whatever. You know how it is. So once we step in there, we've got this macro stuff to work out. Then we also got, if we step into here, that's another range we're looking at. We can start taking profits as we go lower. Essentially, let's be honest, we'd like to retest around here. I wouldn't mind shorts coming down all the way here from the last supply and demand, which is a smaller range band environment happening here. Can you see this range band environment? High, low, high, back to low, back to high, go to mid, then to high, plays around, back to low, and then it gets up. And you see, that's it. There you go. This is what I'm looking for. Something, like this. You got range band environment, breakout, retest, rockets off. Okay? Pretty simple there. Now, we're saying I'm looking for a breakdown back here. If he goes deeper, because once I hit target here, I'm bringing my stops back to break even in case we break up. So I'm taking my profit for the day. Now, if we go for a deeper pullback, how much is the deeper pullback can go to? Who knows? We can work this out. Breakdown from here, back to mid-range. That's another target there. Breakdown here, range low, that's another target there. So we got one target, two target, three target there. That's it. Now the extended fourth target will be literally, I would say, I'll take my final stop loss around here. Pulls back down here, happy days, cut the trade, finished it. See what happens as it is. The question is why I'm putting this one over here is because this is the last consolidation. If you can see, bring this up there. The last consolidation, we send the market back up, and at the same time we feel like all this thin movement there. I don't really care if you come down here. I don't care if you go up any further, whatever. Because whatever happens, right, we're just gonna play it there. You remember, it's a day trade. Don't extend your targets. Take your trades. If it hits like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK time, just take your trade, walk away. Reason why is because it's gonna do a Monday's range, and then from the Monday's range, we're gonna play that. Okay. Now, I'm trying to think now. Do I do this or do I not? Yeah, screw it. I might do it. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have an idea. Let me just remove all this so I can see what I'm working with. I'm trying to work out, see if we can work out possible range that we're gonna do. I'll talk about this in the future, not today. Reason being is this is day plan. So Monday's low comes to around 1 o'clock here, and then this is the high. This is the high right now. Do we go a bit higher? We go to mid range. I think this is possible. I think this is mid. I think around here will be Monday's range. Let me just change the color there, but it's purple. No, something changes the color green. Yeah. I think this is Monday's range. I believe Monday's high will be around here. 31.6k. We'll see about that. If you want to really talk about it, why I'm using that, another alpha that you guys can learn is the reason why is you see that this is the range higher, right? Why can't be this the Monday's win range? Because again, remember I was talking about a retest, so price is going to consolidate around here approximately. Does it go a bit lower? And this could be Tuesday's trade. It could be Tuesday's trade. This could lead into. It is what it is. If it is Tuesday's trade, we'll still hold the trade, and as long as it doesn't hold above it and break up, we're good. Okay, that's Monday's range, and if it is right, and then I'm just a badass. What can I say? Okay, so that's the trade. Now, what happens because we're talking about a pullback. Yeah, man, Rolf. You know what it is, dude. I'll tell you something. I'm not really a drinker of water, so. And my boy Crypto AM17, shout out to the brother out there, follow him on Twitter as well. He actually bought this for me as well because I was telling him, like, he noticed that my lips were dry, my hands were dry and shit, and he's like, bro, like, what the hell's going on? I was like, I don't drink water, and he bought me this as a gift, and in honor for him now, as a you know, one of those ones where I told him I'm gonna do it, I've got to do it as well. So that's what it is. But yeah, crypto wise. Bro, don't leave me alone, man. Don't add that yesterday. I wasn't singing it, I was just reading the lyrics from my brain. So yeah, let's talk about a breakout scenario. What if we don't get this, and crypto can be volatile, we don't get this this retest, or deeper retest or whatever, but instead we go straight up higher, okay? What do we do? Not a problem, we can make a plan there, okay? So we've got this range, you know what, I'm gonna delete all this. And I'm just going to use that 4 hour range that I used once again. Give me a moment, lads. I don't need this no more because that was for something else. That was another trade from last week. That's there, and this is there. Okay? It's 4 hours. What do we do? Okay? I talked about this monthly open. For those who don't remember what the monthly open is, I'm going to drill it in your head to, you know, get sick of me. Get sick of me, I don't really care because it's for your own benefit, really. Monthly open and monthly close. This is a monthly, like a monthly candle here. Ignore this crap here. You know what, I'm going to move it because some people can get confused. And I can understand that. And let's just focus on this. I'm going to focus on this, and I talked about how this, let me there, and move it there we go. So, talk about this monthly candle here. And I said to you on the Tuesday, whatever day, yeah, I think it's Tuesday, no, Wednesday was the first day of the month, and I said to you guys, let price do its thing. If it wants to get up and hold above it, let it do its thing. The moment it gets below the monthly open, right, and breaks down, like this is a breaking market structure right here, right, that's your trigger. Send the market down for the expansion, and vice versa. This is just literally if it's a bearish month. It's a bullish month, it's going to do something like this. Let's put this over here. Put this there. Sometimes when I draw lines, I get gas, man. I draw some really sexy lines, I ain't gonna lie to you. So let's just say that's the monthly open, and the month it's the opposite effect, okay? Let's just say, which is what's happening right now, BTC's done this, okay? It's done this, it's done this, no, this, it breaks down, and it's doing whatever it wants to do, okay? The moment it gets above the monthly open, holds it, breaking market structure, send the market up and let it do its thing, and it can do this and then go all the way up there and whatever, right? And then you can play up here. That's what we're looking for. Essentially, this area, this play is what we're looking for right now. It's the opposite of that. That's what it is, okay? Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated, okay? Now, going back to BTC, can you see what happened? If we go on the monthly, let's get this chart up there. On the monthly, hide everything else so you can see what's going on. Mad. That's weekly, that's not monthly. Yeah, hide everything else. There we go. You see, we've done the wick of the month, just like these. They do the wick of the month and then get below the monthly open and shank back down lower. So this is the wick, right? Monthly open over here, gets below the wick, the monthly open, gets back up and holds up and carries on there. Okay, X, Y, and Z, same story. This is the monthly open around 31.7k, 31.8k, whatever you want to call it. Do you have an example of Tuesday's afternoon range? What do you mean? The thing is, afternoon range. Do you care to explain a bit, brother, and tell me what you mean? But yeah, so all we're doing is we're waiting for it to get above it, because this wick here, it's so minute. Get above it. If we reject off the monthly open, then fine, we'll play it down. If we get the above the monthly open, and then we can start playing the expansive move, filling out this monthly cap. I mean, we're going to 34k. I was saying 34k is around here. Yeah, around 34k. And we've got 35k here off the body of these candles, and then we see how the price reacts, but we work it level to level. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Now, put me myself back in the corner. I like being in a bar where gravity is. Going on the hourly, no, 15 minutes. And we're saying, what happens if we don't do this pullback effect? No problem, right? So we know we've got all this liquidity resting here. You see all this here? See all this liquidity here? I take them all out, innit? Fuck the bulls, man. Fuck the bulls. That's what I'm gonna say to you. Fuck the bulls for good. Yeah, 35, 37k, possible. 35, 37. 37 for me. I got like 25% of the range of this macro range. For those who don't know what it is, go on the daily. Range low, range high, mid range. First we play level to level, so we're holding above. Delete this crap. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back up. I need to get another chart then. Yeah, so as you can see, we're holding above the range low. We come back down. It's that yearly open. That 2021 has been massively key. Support. Draw it out for you guys. Support. Damn it. Support. It's been support, but we're capped between the range low to the mid range. That's where we're playing as the focus. So level to level on a macro will be 36k. Get above it, hold above it, and then we start talking about 44k. Yearly open can happen as well, because Ethereum has been fucking me about and hasn't retested. NJ, I think I showed this pretty gangster move. I can actually let out my secret to these guys in it, because I've got like 390 followers, and normally I don't do this in it. Like, I wouldn't give out my in-depth knowledge like that. I don't think you know about this. I don't know if you do, but you might do actually. We're trained by the same guy, but about CRB index. So check it out. CRB index, right, is actually working out. It's a symmetry. We've got a symmetry market now. We've got market symmetry right now. So I'm expecting lower price per dollar. I'm expecting it as well. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the range. So as NJ was saying, 35 to 37k. I agree with him. 36k, right? Potentially 35, 36k. From there, we see if this happens. This next part there of the move. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. And we play from there. Okay, now let's go back into what we're talking about. So we've got all this liquidity to play out now. 34k. Let's just highlight 34k. Yeah, trend line 34k is around here. Okay, let's just put it around this low here. Let's see. No, that's the low there, and that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna put this as orange because I know that's around the weekly low. Okay, so if this happens, I highly doubt it, but if it does, it does. Let it do its thing. If you're not comfortable to short it here, no problem. Always be careful, and you can always be safe. There's no problem getting above, waiting for this breakout here. When we hold this monthly open, once we hold this monthly open, I'll bring this over here because it's bugging me there. Right? What you're doing is literally this. Let me do this and do that again. Obviously, we know this is a range band environment, consolidation here. We're looking for the monthly open, which we discussed just a couple of minutes ago. hold above it, breaking market structure, you can start targeting 34k. That's when 34k will happen. That's your target there. Okay? Stop loss, I'd say hard stop, you could put it around here. Here, really. But that's a hard stop as well, playing from there. I mean, look at it as a long scenario from there to about there. It's a 1.8 R. You can't complain there. It's approximately, okay? So that's the bullish play for Bitcoin. Let's talk about Ethereum, and we're gonna call it a day because I also need to monitor trades to make some money myself. I can't just give out content itself and not make money myself, innit? So Ethereum USDT, all right? Ethereum, interestingly enough, so I discussed about this range yesterday. Now this range on the hourly, it's on the daily, you'll see. This low here to this high here, the same candle where the market is. Support over here. I mean deviation of the range. We're back into the range. The moment we close into it and hold above it, and I was talking about this blue box. I want to see a smash above the blue box, because if we do this, for example, like that, cool. That's what I want to see. As long as we get above the blue boxes, it's bullish. Stop loss, hard stop can be above at $1,700, because if we come back down, take out this, then we're most likely going down lower. That's the honest fact. I am bullish, but we'll see how it goes. I said 3 things that happen with Ethereum. We've got a range bound environment, which is this bit here in blue. We've got this downtrend, which is another 2 things. So we smash above it, hold it and retest, and we can go up higher. That's 2. And we've got the monthly open. Get above it, mid-range, off we go. That's these are your 3 kind of plays you can play. It's up to you how you want to play it. If you want to play the monthly open for conservative play, if you want to play the breakout on the trend line, or if you want to play a range bound environment, which I always do from low to mid to high. It's up to you. It's not that difficult. You can play as it is. But let's have a look on this now. Let's have a look. One day on the 16th of May, because I believe that's where we actually stuck in the trade. I'll discuss that in just a second. 16th of May, where's this? No, that's not true. Okay, so never mind. We'll play off this range then. Now, 2 things are happening now. So let's go on the hourly, see what's happening. Review this together. Right, so you can see this mid-range has been quite pivotal. Right, you see this mid-range is pivotal, support, deviation, it's up, gets back below it, support, breaks out. It's choppy, it's going to be choppy, and that was the resistance. If we break out this high here, because you can see price is getting lower and lower and lower and lower. Apart from here, this is now become, we can't confirm it's breaking market structure until we take out these highs. If we do that, market structure has shifted from making lower lows and lower highs to now potentially making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, then we can start playing it up there. See how the market structure was talking about? So there's a lot. Let me make NJ as a thingy, as a. How do I make NJ as a? Give me a second. Because I should make him as a moderator, because that numpty always keeps coming on and it's pissing me off for a long time. Here you go, NJ. Cool. So now we've got a few things to worry about. The first thing is, can we play a retest of this? Can we play a retest of this to go up higher? Or do we play up above here and keep going higher? That's the thing that we need to start focusing on now, right? So we've got a range bound environment here. It's right. Let's have a look. Use this high to this low. What does it come out to? Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, it does fit in quite well. So right now, consolidation. Well, let's play to the market there. You could say also this. For those. You can see it's broken the trend line if you want to use that. Clearly smashed above it. That was a trigger yesterday. I was actually watching this last night with the NBA game. Thanks for that, man. Appreciate that, brother. What do you call it? They keep coming back, man. It's naked HD people, man. I don't know what the hell, man. I'm Muslim in it. I don't do this kind of stuff. But yeah, so So that was a trigger yesterday. I was watching it yesterday and I was like, okay, I can't take the trade there. I'm just gonna chill out. As you guys were aware, I smashed out from the trade, from traveling. Now we're looking for this, right? You see this here, this low. It's the last low that's in the market, the back down below the monthly open, and it's shutting back down low. Okay, price could potentially do the same thing, just like Bitcoin, get up, and then from there, once it breaks down, that's your confirmation, right? Because you can actually take a short here with stop loss up there. That's aggressive, right? That's very aggressive because we could get stopped out. That's the mid range because price would go up. But wait for this to happen. Wait for this to happen. Okay. Once it gets back below the mid range, this range low, breaks market structure, right? Let's do this again. Breaks market structure, finds resistance. That's your trigger. That's your confirmation. We can play it back down to here. That's target 1, and target 2 will be over here. And that's it. I wouldn't play it so much there because Ethereum the PA is different to BTC. With BTC, we've got more of an expansive, explosive move and different ranges. Here, not so much. It's been this little block here. I wouldn't play this any further. That's it. If you're going to short it, and I'm expecting it there by bullishness. This is what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting price target 1 there, target 2, cut the trade, done. That's it. Now, that's the trade there. Now we're looking for another one now. When price gets up and holds above it, because even if we're expecting target 2 here, if price does this, cut the trade. Cut the trade, take your profits and walk away. But to be honest, once you hit target 1, bring it stop to break even. That's just in case you get a whipsaw effect. You never know. Now, bullish plan, let's just say it doesn't happen, right? It doesn't happen, and we go a lot more higher, and instead we start making bullishness as well. We talk about the mid-range here. We talk about how this could come up. Well, this could come up over here and break down. If it takes out this high here, let it do its thing because it gets below it and whatever. Bounce off the monthly open. The moment it gets above the mid-range and holds above it, play target 1, target 2, 1, 2, range bound play, and then you can actually hold the trade if you want to, right? And see if you get a reaction of that like a breakout that does this. If it does that, then you're looking for target 3. Your final target's there. Potentially, yeah, I'd say just take it level to level. Monday has already done a good move as it is. I wouldn't look for explosive move just yet. But if it breaks down below it, for example, let's just bring this across. Because it's a range bound play. If it does this, gets back below it, finds resistance, cut the trade, don't even bother, cut the trade over here, don't even bother because we're gonna be coming to the mid range and we'll see how it works. I'll keep an eye on it, and that's pretty much it really. Nothing too complicated. BTC is probably the more clearer play in my opinion compared to Ethereum. Ethereum, I missed out on that, but it is what it is. I just want to have a look at one thing before I call this a day. Yeah, I'm calling this a day because it's been 43 minutes as well. So let's have a look. So if we just did it this way, I just want to work out a potential Monday's range. So today is what day? The 6th, okay? So we're on the 6th. Where did the open happen? Right here. Okay, so that's the low of the day. Actually, you know what? We could potentially do something like this. Yeah, around this could be. I think the high of the day could be 1937, and then we play this level, and we'll see what happens on Tuesday. So that's my expectation for the range high. But we'll see how it goes. I'll give you a couple of setups on BTC and Ethereum. Hopefully that helps you out as well. Let's see what BTC is saying quickly. Yeah, let it do its thing. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for actually attending as well. Really appreciate it. Big love. And oh wow, 398 subscribers. That's a big one for me. So we nearly hit 400. Damn. So thank you so much for all your support and your kindness, and attending the show. And I'm looking to expand this as we go on in the future times. So you got your plans. You got your plans on BTC. You got your plans on Ethereum. I think my bet really isn't playing with BTC. Reason why, before I head off, is because ETH is looking kind of shit, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Because once we reclaim this block here, and this block is off the daily, you see how this is the last, no, is that right? No, weekly, it's a weekly. Yeah, that's the last low, right? Let's send the market back up. And all we've done, we've come into this price, all the support, come down, is this another support? Once we get above it, and I think that's when Ethereum start ripping a bit more harder. Until then, BTC is showing more strength. I'm using ETH as a key figure to actually, you know, give me some ideas. And so yeah, BTC is the play for me, which will make more money in my idea, in my sense. There's no harm playing Ethereum. It's entirely up to you, whichever you prefer. For those who missed out the show yesterday on Dainks Corner, do watch it. Trust me, there's massive alpha there. It's for your own benefit. It really is your benefit. It's not mine. And you will see why I'm bullish on the market. Potentially going 36k, go to 44k potentially. We'll see, level to level, but don't quote me on this. But you know, we've got the merge coming up and stuff like that. There's a lot of things coming up with crypto. I mean, the merge could flop. Some people could, you know, are saying it like, yeah, but if it doesn't happen, yes, whatever, mate. End of the day, right? Vitalik said that it's gonna happen. He's looking August, September, October, as long as there's no issues. So we'll see how it goes. But you know how it is. We're gonna kill the day trades day by day. So that's it for me, guys. And I'll catch you soon. Before I go, so look at the dollar. Yeah, dollar monthly opens there. And oops, dollar's monthly open. We're approaching the monthly open, just like if you're in BTC. What we want to see with dollar is a breakdown, find off this low here, boom, and let's go lower. All right. So the plan's all been set up. Watch the Dainks Corner episode 2. Massive things going on there, and it'll be good for your own shopping your own tools and skills. But that's it, guys. Speak to you soon, and I'll catch you tonight. So we're looking around approximately 12:30, 1 o'clock UK time in the morning for, you know, the episode 8. So that will cover Tuesday for setups and whatnot, because I won't be here. I've got a flight to go to Mexico, and then once I'm in Mexico, we'll do another day trade over there. I'll have to work at the time because it is 5 hours behind in time. So it basically means if I want to do 9 o'clock, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or be up at 4. I might be out partying or whatever. I don't see myself doing a stream at 4 o'clock in the morning in Mexico, honestly. But we'll see. I'll catch you guys soon. Take care, guys.